2, MKBHD. Oh, Play just did the camera comparison, baby.
Welcome to the Blind Smartphone Camera Test 2019.
It's about to go down. Man, we already know who about to win, right?
But the Galaxy Note 10 eventually ended up winning by a healthy amount here.
Shut the front door. First thing first, if you love your Galaxy Note 10 Plus, smash the like button. That was a subscribe button, but you can smash that too. Go ahead, I'll wait. Thank you. Now hit the subscribe button if you're ready for some killer Galaxy content. This is probably the best smartphone experience on the market, period. But CJ, I thought you said the iPhone 11 Pro was the best smartphone of 2019. Number one for 2019, iPhone 11 Pro takes the gold. Well, let me explain. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I know tech so you don't have to. Today I'm gonna break down why this is the best smartphone experience for you. Now the funny thing is, you all know my preference is iOS. If you don't know, now you know. But my favorite smartphone every year is the Galaxy Note devices. It just keeps happening year after year. And to be quite frank, the fact that I am an Apple user, but can respect the greatness of the Galaxy Note devices, the awesomeness of these bad boys right here. You all can trust and respect my opinion as a Galaxy user, because I have no reason to bullshit you. I tell you what it is, how it is, and that's what I'll continue to do. I'll continue to get these Galaxy Note devices every year. So this video will explain to you why this phone gives you the best smartphone experience out of any other smartphone on the market. My biggest thing in any phone is user experience. It matters the most. It's what we get smartphones for, and it's what I'll continue to focus on. And the first thing you're ever gonna notice when you pick up a Galaxy device like the Note 10 Plus is the 6.8-inch HDR 10 Plus certified display. Basically the display, baby. This display is a godsend. I don't know what wizardry Samsung over there working with, but keep on working with it, Samsung, because your developmental process in these screens is absolutely amazing. Keep doing your thing. Now, this thing has 92.5% of screen to body ratio. Basically, what does that mean, man? This is all screen, player. Now that's accomplished with the hole punch and the, curved edge design, which some people hate, some people don't mind. And like me, I have no complaints at all. I love this display. This thing is beautiful. Now just go watch your favorite YouTube videos, your favorite movies, look at your photos or any HDR video out there on this display and get back to me. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now, if you're into gaming, I say you're gonna wanna do it on this display, because this display is amazing. To be honest, I don't really game much because I don't have time. I'm on the road to 100K subscribers, and increasing my video quality and the value that I offer to you guys in these videos comes first. So hit that subscribe button right now. It's in the bottom right corner for more valuable, high quality content coming your way, baby. It's coming. I ain't playing, especially 2020, baby. It's all value, all high quality. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice when you pick up one of these Note 10 Pluses is the size, man. This thing is about as big as my head. And when I take my Pixel 4 XL and I put it on top of this thing, it's not that much bigger, but it is bigger. But it's just like by a slight minimal margin. So I think what adds to the intrusiveness of a Galaxy Note device in comparison to all the other smartphones on the market is the fact that the body is more squared off. It has these more piercing corners. Like, so if, the corner, if it gets in your edge, it's not as rounded as other devices. And I think if the Note devices had more of a rounded design, then it would probably be like a S11, right? Basically a S10 or S11 Plus with an S Pen. The funny thing is, in the past, when that was rumored as a possibility, I was against it. I'm like, nah, man, we gotta keep the Note. But I think a S11 style phone with an S Pen would actually be perfect. Like for your palmability and your one-handed use, I think it would increase the user experience overall. So needless to say, it's big, but you forgive its massive size as soon as you gaze into this beautiful AMOLED display with those gorgeous blacks. Like, it erases all. I don't even care anymore how big this thing is as soon as I look at my content on the display. Another thing you're gonna notice about the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and Note 10 is the speed. This thing is fast, this thing moves. I mean, these phones technically get faster year after year, right? But what has improved on the Note 10 and other Galaxy devices in terms of speed is this new Samsung One UI. It's just the cleanliness of the UI and the smooth animations that add to the snappiness and the feel of the device. Also, the hardware obviously plays a role. So scrolling, transitioning, and switching apps is just super smooth. Like the flow, you will inevitably notice the snappiness of this thing. So basically, this thing is moving. This thing is electric. No slack over here. And the one thing that takes away from the speed of this phone, I gotta be honest, you guys, is that fingerprint sensor, this in-glass, whatever you wanna call it. We like Shaq from the free throw sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's super good, sometimes it's not. Yes, it's a new technology, but there should be a better, more secure alternative to get me in my phone fast and secure. So for now, I'm using the basic facial recognition, which isn't as secure, but hey, it get me in my phone quicker, and that matters. That's user experience, player. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about are the cameras. Now, the Note 10 Plus did win MKBHD's blind camera test this year, but I'm gonna tell you why. This was a photo test. Let's just keep that in mind. This was not video. We're gonna talk about video performance later. But the Note 10 Plus tends to take more pleasing photos to the eye due to the high color saturation and yes, the skin smoothing it. It also tends to take very bright photos, and that crosses over. Sometimes they're too bright, but that crosses over well with the general public. So these don't have the most true to life photos. They're kind of like photos with an automatic filter application, but a lot of people like the filter that's being applied. Some don't, some do. So whether you want it or not, it's gonna be on there. Now, in bright lighting, such as sunlight, you'll see less of an effect as opposed to when you're in a low light, like indoor situation like this. So outside photos, I tend to prefer over the indoor photos when I'm using the Note 10 Plus. But at times, as usual, Samsung overexposes in most situations. I'm not even gonna lie, you gotta keep this a buck. You don't know what overexposure is, you probably don't care, but to me, who's someone who uses cameras, I'm not a fan of the overexposure. I like and love the photos that I've been able to get out of my Note 10 Plus. Like the saturation, I love that. The colors you get out of here, the color reproduction, I enjoy. Now video, that's a different discussion. I'll start with the good, which is in the rear. The rear cameras are awesome. Whether using the wide telephoto or my favorite, the ultra wide, videos look great. They aren't the best. iPhone still holds that crown, but they do compete. Now where the Note 10 Plus falls short is in the front facing camera. It's hit or miss for me. If the sun is facing you and you get the right angle, you can work with it. But in most situations, it's just like this shifting. It's like it's always trying to overcompensate for the lighting. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the exposure, and it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Now I'm being a little bit of a camera snob, and I'll set my camera snobbiness aside because these cameras will perform great for the average user, and that's all that matters. So I can recommend the Galaxy Note 10 Plus cameras to you, hands down, on any day. So go on, snap away, player. Snap, snap, snap. Next thing up, let's talk about features. Oh my goodness. Is there not enough features on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus? Man, there's too many. Man, this thing has more features than I could ever list or count. This is what separates the Note 10 Plus from the iPhone by a long shot. iPhones are extremely limited in comparison to the Note devices when we're talking about feature sets. This is the allure that converts a lot of iPhone users like me to Galaxy users. It happened to me back on the Galaxy Note 8. Well, technically it was supposed to be the Note 7, but we don't have to bring that up. I mean, you can dig deep into the settings menu for an infinite scroll. I mean, there's settings upon settings. There's settings inside of settings. So to infinity and beyond, there are settings menus that can be found in the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. There's also probably a nice amount of hidden features and top feature style videos here on YouTube. And if you want me to make one of those, smash the like button right now and leave a comment in the description below. I mean, not the description, in the comment section. You know what I'm trying to say. Leave a comment below. For me, personally, the features on the Note devices will forever create a tug of war effect between them and my iPhones. And that's why I pretty much carry both. I just need the convenience of both, and it also keeps me balanced for reviews like this. Another thing to talk about on this Galaxy Note 10 Plus would be the battery. Now, the overall battery life for what you're getting all together is actually balanced well. Could it be better? Absolutely. And if we're being honest, this is the area where iPhone stepped it up. They stepped the game up this year. They are crushing every smartphone out there when it comes to battery life. So going forward, I want to see Samsung increase those battery times on their Galaxy Note devices. Now, there was a rumor a while back about Samsung developing a new battery technology, and maybe we'll see it soon. Also, I use my phone in full Quad HD resolution. I ain't playing, I ain't slacking. This uses more battery, but if you didn't know, Samsung devices ship with only 1080p Full HD activated, obviously to save on battery life. But you can go into the settings menu and you can unlock the full potential, which would be that full Quad HD resolution. You know what I mean? They gave me this screen in this full resolution, why wouldn't I use it? As a disclaimer, I gotta let you know, we're just gonna use more of your battery, but you're gonna get more resolution and you're gonna get a better viewing experience. So I think the trade-off is worth it. In my book, it's cool. 1080p HD, I just paid them a whole bag for a Quad HD display. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Samsung. So go change that in the settings if you want the full resolution. If you like it the way it is, keep it. Now the S Pen, love it or hate it. It's what makes a Note device a Note. I mean, hello, hence the word Note. I mean, come on, man, we taking notes on this thing. Now, in total transparency, some find use for it and some don't. Let's be honest, some people probably forget that they even have an S Pen in their Galaxy Note device. So it's a toss-up for some people, whether they're using it or not. I find great use in it, I actually love it, and I want it to stay as an optional feature in Samsung smartphones. Another thing to think about when it comes to, you know, the S10 Plus or the S11 Plus in comparison to, you know, the Note 10, well, the Note 10 Plus, shall I say now, has always been like feature sets and so forth, but the margin between the two it's getting very slim. It's almost slim to none. So that's why I get into that I don't know, we're close in that area where Samsung does have to make a decision on how to go forward with their Note lines and their S Plus line. Also, player, have y'all seen the S11 Plus rumors? Oh man, it has me super excited and curious of what the Galaxy Note 11 will be. I mean, if they're still making notes, right? Hey Samsung, y'all still making notes, right, in 2020? Oh yeah, what, maybe? What you saying? Let's talk. So overall, basically, if you get a Galaxy Note device, you're getting the best smartphone experience on the market. I say this as an Apple user. And in many ways, I prefer the iOS experience over this one that you get on the Galaxy Note. But there's just something about these Galaxy Note devices year after year that just keeps pulling me back. And I think it will always be that way. And I'm actually okay with that. I mean, the best display, the robust sizing, the speed, the galore. More features than anyone could count. And a fair battery life to complement that. The one and only S Pen, and overall the best smartphone experience, period. My name is CJ, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I know tech so you don't have to. I make it easy for you, and you better watch the next video, player. Smash that like button and smash the subscribe button. And watch the next video. I'll see you next week. 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 I'll see you next week.